welcome to the Transatlantic Theater Podcast. I'm Oscar Tired Freeman, and I'm joined by...
Almost forgot your name there for a second.
I was trying to figure out where to put the tired. I was so tired I couldn't think of where to put the tired.
Tired Oscar Freeman, or Oscar Tired Freeman,
or Tired Reese Freeman. You never know.
Reese Oscar Tired, yeah. Anyway, I'm Marcos Rodriguez, and this is a low quality version of what our podcast normally is. I'm currently out and about on a business trip, so I'm doing this from a laptop that I got recently. I fucking love this laptop, actually. If I could just talk a little bit about that, because our sponsor this month is I'm fucking kidding. It's fucking no sponsor, just Lenovo. It's a decent laptop. It's like a IdeaPad 14 Pro, and it's fucking solid. I bought it purely because of the fact that it had an all aluminum frame and the price was right. Oh, and it has Ryzen, so I like that too.
Oh, you bought it? I thought you said it was a work one.
Yes, I bought it for myself for work. Mm-hmm. So
okay,
just because my work laptop is like a fucking old ass HP that's thick as fuck and a pain in the ass to lug around to site, and I wanted something a little better.
My work laptop's an HP. It's really annoying because it's a really nice one. At the beginning of the pandemic, when they sent us all laptops, they just bought laptops, to start off with. And then, and you basically, there's nothing on them to stop them from anything. So I had the editing software on there. I had Minecraft. I had, every program you could think of. And then of course, I could go on any site I wanted as long as I wasn't using the VPN for work.
Yeah.
So the VPN wasn't on. I could just use it basically as a regular laptop.
Yeah.
But then they made us send them all back, and gave us new ones that have firewalls, to the brim.
Oh, that's fucking lame.
Yeah, I was like, just let me use the other. And then I was like, well, what are you going to do with the other ones? They're like, well, but they don't have firewalls, so we don't know what we're going to do. I was like, can I buy one? Because I'll buy it from you. It was a decent laptop, and I'm kind of liking it now, having a laptop.
Well, they could install firewalls on them.
Yeah, it's probably that they've just added that and then, sent those out to new people.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it's not a hardware thing to put a firewall. It's all software, so they could just add it. But yeah, that sucks. Yeah, no, the one that they gave me originally is like a fucking, I think it's like a 5-year-old laptop, which in technology speak, that's ancient. Fucking has a goddamn disk drive. They stopped putting disk drives on laptops like fucking 10 years ago almost. But
that's not, I don't think that's 10 years ago.
It's been
a solid 5 years ago.
It's been a long ass time. I'm kind of curious what you can still get with a disk drive. But it was a while ago anyway. And it's fucking old. It was fucking slow, full of bloatware, garbage screen, fucking plastic construction. Felt like shit. Shitty battery life. And I was just like, nah, I'm done lugging this piece of shit around because it's just bothering me. So I went to Micro Center, and I was looking at some of their factory refurbished shit that they have because, I don't give a fuck if it's refurbished. I just want a nice laptop for a good deal. So I was looking at them, and I'd rather it be refurbished from a reputable fucking person rather than a dude on Facebook Marketplace saying that he refurbed it. It's like, nah, I'm good. But it has 5000 series for the Ryzen CPU, which is, I think, fairly recent. I think that was just 2021, most recent laptop CPU, so it's pretty good. It's got Radeon graphics because it's integrated, and that's not bad either. Radeon graphics is pretty decent.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing was that it had 16 gigabytes RAM, which is the fucking bare minimum for me when I'm always looking at laptops, because I want to be able to do multitasking on it because I'm using it for work. So if you want to do any type of multitasking, you need a decent amount of RAM. It has M.2 SSD, which is, that's all right, but I can upgrade it too very, very easily. So I'm eventually going to put a terabyte on this thing just for shits and giggles, but I really don't need to. I don't normally carry a lot of dense shit on my laptop for work.
Yeah.
But eventually I'm going to download Steam and play games on this shit too. But yeah, it's like small. It's a 14-inch, so it's a little smaller. It's got a nice 16 by 10 aspect ratio, so I could see a lot of lines for like XL, and that's really
Yeah.
fucking important since all my PM forms are done on XL. It's got
I fucking hate Excel.
yeah, it's
I'll never get it.
but it's like used everywhere in everything.
Yeah, no, it's used everywhere.
Yeah.
And if you're listening work, I'm very good at it.
Just like I said on my resume.
Yes, just like I said on my when I was like, yes, very good at all Microsoft programs, including Excel.
Right. And it's fucking, but yeah, so being able to see a bunch of lines for Excel is really useful for my PMs and all that shit. So just increases productivity, and the screen's pretty nice. The screen's a 1440. Well, it's weird. It's like slightly less than 1440p because it's 2240 by 1400 as opposed to I think it's like 2560 by 1440, which is what actual 1440p is. So it's a little less than actual 1440p, but a lot more than 1080. So I'm pretty happy with the screen. It's a touch screen, so that's...
I've never been a big touchscreen fan.
Me neither, but when it comes to just like scrolling really quick, or you know what I really like about it? This is the only reason why I like touchscreen. When you're on YouTube, you can double click on the video to fast forward 10 seconds. I can't do that shit on my fucking mouse.
That's true.
And that's the only reason why I like touchscreen. Because I'm always like, oh, the ad that they're playing right now because they're sponsored? 10 seconds forward. All right, done. The only reason why I use it.
Wait. On your laptop?
On my laptop, yeah.
You know you can just hit the arrow keys, right?
What arrow keys? Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, arrow keys do the same thing.
Well, shit, dude. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm not a content creator. I don't make YouTube videos. But
yeah. I mean, technically you make one a week.
I know, right? It was mostly a joke, yeah.
Well,
I make a lot of
I'm just kidding.
I make a lot of content now.
Yeah. We are YouTubers.
Yes.
I actually was saying the other day Monday to my friend, because I was talking about the podcast, and I was like, hold on, why haven't I taken, if you're listening to this and I haven't done it yet, it's because I'm lazy. Why haven't I taken like the clip of us talking about Kenobi and just like put that up? Because it's like 10 minutes. It's a clickable thing. Because let's be honest, there's a large portion of that last episode that we did that's like us talking about Kenobi and like other things that are probably more relevant than a movie from 2006 that came out and was Romanian.
Yeah, but it was a good movie.
Yeah. No, it was a great movie, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we probably could be like, hey, if maybe you want to stay and listen to this, but we also talk about things that people maybe care a little bit more about.
Oh yeah, it was also a decently long video. It's a long recording session, I should say.
It wasn't. There was a lot of stuff that was taken out.
Yes, that's true. But
so it ended up being like an hour 45.
Yeah, but still, that's like longer than normal. I feel like sometimes we just go for an hour.
I'd say like it's rare we go for an hour. Most of the time it's like hour and a half to 2.
Hour and a half, yeah.
Most of the time leaning toward that 2 mark.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, it's a cool fucking sturdy laptop. I really like the aluminum construction. I like that a lot. I wanted something to feel like it was expensive and premium, but it was actually just $500, which is really good for all things considered. But yeah, I'm happy with it. It's good shit. So yeah, you were just telling me about how you were tired before the podcast. What's going on with that?
I just spent the past... No, maybe not. I spent the last 3 hours trying to fix my brakes on my bike.
Oh yeah, did you buy the tools?
Yeah, so okay, start off with the first upsetting bit. The bleed kit came with the tool I needed, so I didn't need to spend the money to buy it again. Even worse, the tool I did buy, the separate one that even though it came with it, like broke when I tried to use it. So I'm gonna send a like thing to Amazon and be like, "Yo, refund me," because it literally just snapped.
Yeah.
Like it's a wrench, and I tried to twist it, and the handle just came off.
Jesus.
And I was like, it's literally failed at the one function that it's supposed to do: twist properly. Yeah, and so now I've got like almost a reverse problem. Right now, basically, I bled the brakes, and then I've like applied too much pressure to the back brake. So now they won't open. So now the brakes are like basically fucking shut closed. So then I tried to release pressure so that it would open, but then brake fluid leaked out.
Yeah.
And I was out. So now I need to go buy more brake fluid so that I can bleed the brakes, let them get to a pressure point that's a little bit more chill. Get them, because I didn't realize what you're supposed to do is pull the brake on,
yes,
like
you're
on.
supposed to pull it and bleed it like that to get all the air out of it.
No, not that. Like you have to keep it like in the brake position when you apply the pressure, because basically when you've like pressurized the brake system, and then you let go of that, it relieves a certain amount of inside pressure, which then allows the brakes to open. So basically all you're doing when you close it is getting it to the pressure point that you originally set it to. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So now it was like basically extremely pressurized in the even just open like setting.
Yeah.
Which means that it would be like braking even though I haven't touched the brakes.
Yeah. So it's a little different than like an actual like brakes on your car.
Yeah, because it's just a simple hydraulic system. It's not like a car where it's a lot more going on.
Well, I mean, it's the same idea. You have to apply brakes to bleed it, and then you keep applying them until you get all the air bubbles out. And once you do that, it just kind of
So that one,
solidifies.
It's different for this one. So you don't even do that to bleed it. The way you bleed it is you have the hole, like there's a hole at the top of the handle, and there's a hole at the bottom where the actual brake mechanism is. And you put 2 syringes in there. 2 seconds, I'm eating some Oreos. I just like... So I finished like cleaning up outside. My bike's still in pieces because I didn't actually get to fix it, and I have to go buy more brake fluid, but I'm going to probably wait till payday for that. I made some food, and then I sat here and I was about to like hop on to see when you'd get on the podcast, and I was like, I need sugar. I just need like sweets to make me feel happy about today. So I bought Oreos and like just some like fucking fruit candies and shit like that. So
yeah, my sugar is all consumed through like beverages.
Yeah, I don't really do that these days. I'm trying to be pretty good. I don't drink as many energy drinks as I used to. I probably drink like one a week now.
I drink so many.
And I drink like a cup of coffee every morning, but that's about it. Everything outside of that is water. Well, there's also an excessive amount of alcohol, but anything that isn't alcohol and or coffee is water. I was gonna
say all that alcohol turns into sugar, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's true. But you know,
that's funny.
But I try and be pretty good in just drinking.
Well, that's good.
I say that, but I have a glass of milk with me right now because I'm having some Oreos.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to offset, the alcohol, so you got to drink less soda if you want to drink more alcohol.
Yeah, well, exactly. So I don't drink any soda so that I can binge drink all the time.
That sounds like fucking health stonks right there.
Health stonks. But yeah, so I finished cleaning up, and then I was like, I just need some sweets to make me feel better, because like I kind of wanted. I was like, oh, do I have a beer? But then I was like, that's more expensive than like a pound for like some sweets.
Yeah, has shit been bad over there in terms of like trying to be pretty inflation too?
No, it's gonna be like £4 for a 4-pack.
Oh, okay.
Or 5 pack. It's probably gonna. Well, the problem that I have with like even just getting simple like beer for at home is I don't have a car.
Oh yeah. So you gotta carry that.
So the only places I can go to are like corner shops where I live, basically in the city center. Yeah. So like the prices of things are already hiked up in corner shops because they know that it's just for people who are like, they're just being dicks.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just chilling up here. I might go out with a friend later for drinks, which should be cool. But yeah, I don't know. I've just been just coming back to the hotel, just passing the fuck out. Because, yeah,
Nice.
it's just love on this little business trip. But, yeah.
We'll see how that goes for me, because I'll be in Glasgow. I think I've already told you. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I actually need to speak to my boss about getting Thursday off, just because I won't get home, I won't get back to. I won't get to Bristol Airport until 10:30 at night, and that's still like an hour and a half taxi ride home from Bristol.
Yeah.
So.
Well, goddamn, dude, that's a long ass taxi ride. How much does fucking taxi fare cost out there?
A lot. They've told me before that the price of the taxi is like double what they pay for my flight to Glasgow.
Oh my god.
Granted, my flight to Glasgow is like £80. Or no, it's like £50.
Damn, that's cheap.
Yeah, flying over here is really cheap. Ooh.
Well, let's hope the audio caught it. Next time, just do it right on the mic.
I'm hoping the audio caught it, because I was like, that was the thing, is I felt like I had to say it.
Just in case.
Because if the audio caught it and I didn't say anything,
no one would know. They would just think it's a squeak in your chair.
I do have a squeaky chair.
Speaking of Glasgow, where's that located again? Yeah,
Glasgow,
whatever. Where's that located?
It's like kind of lowland Scotland area.
Oh yeah.
So it's only about 50 miles, maybe even if that, 50 miles west of Edinburgh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, if you just go to maps right now, you'll see good old Glasgow.
Like, I've always heard about it. I've heard like people
Glasgow.
coming from there, like famous people or some shit like that, or like movies being set there. When there's something going on in like World War II or something, is that why that shit's familiar to me?
I don't know if Glasgow was big in World War II. I mean, most places probably were.
Got bombed to shit.
You are hard pressed. Like, you could basically do a drinking game where you'd probably die if you tried to play take a drink every time there's a World War II memorial thing going on somewhere. It's a bit fucking.
That is kind of sad but funny. I'll probably fucking die. Oh man. Yeah, but not much has happened since the last bit of shit we've done. The last podcast.
Yeah, we spoke quite recently.
Yeah, very recently. Now, shall we just get into it? Do you want to just get into it?
Do you want to just get straight into the?
I don't know. Do you want to get into it? 'Cause I'm kind of feeling like maybe we should get into it.
Yeah. Okay.
As you shovel fucking double stuffed Oreos down your throat. Yeah.
All right. Whoa.
Are they not double stuffed?
They were out of double stuff.
God damn it! Why even bother?
Because I went in there for Oreos and these like strawberry gummies that I really like. But I went in there for double stuffed Oreos. And here's the thing that's even worse.
What?
Do you want to know how much they charge for double stuffed Oreos?
Much?
£1.
That's it?
Do you know how much they charge for normal Oreos?
More?
£1.20.
That makes no fucking sense.
Holy shit.
Did you know that
what I've
double stuffed Oreos are actually
1.99
1.99 times the amount of like extra stuffing? So it is actually double stuffed. They're not lying about it.
I'm gonna call and complain
for that 0.1,
false
0.01.
Yeah. Excuse me, I'd like my little bit of stuffing that you promised me. And they're like, sir, that's very provocative.
Come to my office, sir, immediately. We'll get you stuffed right up.
Also, I just found out that Glasgow has the fucking same bar that I go on about in Cardiff all the time. NQ64, which is people playing fucking arcade games and game. Oh, fuck, I won't have any money. Shit, it's fine. I'll take out money for my fucking savings. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, Oh fuck yeah! No, I've
Yeah,
gotta go, man. I gotta drag fucking my
yeah. When I go
coworkers.
out to drink tonight, I'm gonna have to be like, all right, what is the fucking special tonight? Because I'm not trying to spend a fuck ton of money. I've been spending a lot of goddamn money recently on like drinks and shit. There's like this gay bar I went to recently with some friends that I made. It's called
Yeah.
Union. That place is fucking sick. Like it's just cool vibe. Yeah, it's
Really?
just really nice. Everyone there is nice, and they have like really cool fucking gay ass drinks and shit. And I was like, fuck yeah, hook it up, dude. I'll fucking I'll swap. Whose cock do I gotta suck to get a good fucking drinker out here? You know?
Everybody like perks
Right?
up their head.
I probably would get a lot of attention.
Yeah. They'd be like,
It's like, oh,
oh.
I'm sorry, guys. It's a saying. It's a saying. I know. I got to read the room. My bad. Yeah, but fucking.
But anyhow, yeah. Sorry, I just saw that on
No,
Maps and I
that's
got
cool
really
as fuck, man.
excited.
I need to go to another barcade. I went to one not too long ago for a friend's birthday. It was cool, but like
Barcade, I like that.
a lot of the shit there was fucking broken or like not running because like these days, I mean these fucking arcade cabinets are like 50 years old now at this point. You know, it's like when we were
Hmm.
kids, they were still
Yeah.
like, okay, maybe 10, 15 years old, but now some of them are like really getting up there in age. It's like, fuck, goddamn. So they're getting harder and harder to keep running. And it sucks because I fucking love them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they should be, especially because the games that they are. It's more. I'd say it's easier to recreate because it's easy code and just some simple buttons.
So you say that, but it's not that easy. I mean, you would
Okay,
essentially just
I
have to
guess I'm
get
wrong.
like if you want to do it that way, then yeah, you can probably get an emulator, but to get and do an emulator for like a bunch of different machines, just doesn't have the same charm. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
And
Yeah.
there's also a big difference when you're going from like, the new shit, which is like digital, to like you're gonna have to plug it into like a flat screen or something like that, to actually playing something on a tube, because the way that the tube works and the way that all that
Yeah.
shit works is like so dramatically different. Like anti-aliasing and all that stuff wasn't a thing back in the day because you didn't need it for old tube stuff, because the natural
Yeah.
blur and the way that the tubes worked like made shit work to where it almost looked more realistic on a tube versus a flat screen or something. It's really fucking crazy. I watched a video on it recently. Yeah.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, I when I go to this arcade store or this arcade bar or
Yeah.
barcade as you called it, I should definitely show up with a bunch of
No, I
magnets.
mean you could and then fucking go wild, but don't worry, that won't hurt it. Basically, what the magnets do is because like they just kind of draw the electrons to that point. It's not actually damaging it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah, because I know like over time the
yeah,
tube
that's
will go
because it's
back.
just like most bulbs, they have a life, and it's just phosphors, I think, in the back that are lighting up and like shooting it and being directed
Yeah.
using magnets. That's how it all kind of works. So if you stick a magnet on the screen, you're just drawing those beams towards where that magnet is. That's all it's doing. It's not damaging it. Yeah, it's fucking wild, but it's really cool. But yeah, that's why if you get like an old Nintendo and you play it on like a fucking modern day TV, it kind of looks a little shitty. And then if you play it on like a tube TV, it's like, oh my
Yeah.
god, it actually looks fucking better on a tube. It's fucking wild.
Yeah. It is always crazy. Like that's the main problem with the place that we like.
Hmm.
So that place has arcade games that are like
Yeah.
legit arcade games, but then they have some
Hmm.
NESs, SNESs, like some Sega Genesis,
Yeah.
like all that kind of stuff hooked up to like 1080p
Oh yeah.
screens, and it just
It's
looks
gonna look like
so
shit. Yeah.
bad. Yeah, because it's like 480 fucking 480p being stretched to 1080 on top of the fact that it's like not really built to the system it was built on had no idea a screen like
Hmm.
this would even exist. So trying to transfer that information over is just like what's
Yeah,
going
it just
on?
looks like shit. So it's better to play it on like an old fucking tube.
Yeah,
But those, yeah.
yeah. It's like there's I forget who did it, but there was like a video I watched that was basically saying like old like horror movies are better or like we're better. The reason movies aren't scary anymore is because we have too good of TVs.
Really? I've never heard that before.
Yeah, they were basically saying like because a lot of horror is what you imagine and like what you can think it's gonna look like. And when you're watching it on this shitty little fucking TV on like this tape that you fucking got from your friend like recorded for you, so it's like already like 3 layers of not good. And then like you watch it and then suddenly the alien comes out and you can like tries to attack Ripley and you can barely kind of make out what it looks like. And then it's just terrifying. But then now you watch it and you're just like, wow, look at that 4K
okay, so I
detail.
will say that older movies are better on older TVs, but not like modern. Like you could still make a really good horror movie today. Yeah.
No, you can now. I just think I do see what their point is of like.
Yeah, no, like older movies were because movies are designed around the technology of the time, like a lot of the time, and so those older movies do shine the most in the technology that they were made in. So it's just like let's get a fucking VHS tape of aliens and that'd be fun as fuck, man. I'm like hyping myself up. That sounds fun. It's like, yeah, I bought this 800-pound not flat screen, but 800-pound fucking CRT just to watch fucking retro movies. And like I'm gonna invite my friends over and have a movie night or some shit. You know, I wonder if you could have the same effect because like, what if you just got a projector that was similar to that time? So that way you don't have to get an 800-pound fucking TV. Instead, you could just have a 300-pound projector, you know?
Yeah.
You're saving weight.
I think, yeah. In a sense, all you have to do is spend less money on a projector.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That it's shittier.
There you go. Fucking problem solved. That sounds like fun as fuck, too. I do. I want a fucking theater room when I get a fucking house, man. Or when I build my own.
Same. I've always wanted one.
I have a ridiculous sound system.
I'm just gonna quickly. I think we should jump into the film and discuss that. But I'm just gonna quickly change my shirt because I just smell like fucking brake.
You wet yourself a little bit on your shirt. Yeah,
I wet myself a little bit, dude. It just got everywhere.
Because you peed with a boner, didn't you? I fucking know. That's how it works, ladies.
I did, yeah.
You don't know what it's like. That's what happens.
Oh, right. Sorry. I also was like, I'll get some water.
That's a good idea. Got to drink that water.
Got to stay hydrated. I don't know. I did that.
I don't either. But, you're probably going to have to pee like 5 times through this fucking podcast.
Probably. I mean, I don't know. I've had 2 cups already, like since I finished my bike, which was like 40 minutes or 50 minutes ago. But that's because afterward, like I went to go pee. And it was just like really dark. And I was like, oh, it's probably because I've been in the sun for 4 hours trying to fix my bike.
Yeah.
So I should probably drink a lot of water.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Anyhow. Right.
Yes.
Shall we discuss Paris, Texas?
Mm-hmm. Not
starring
not Paris, France.
Not Paris, France.
Don't get that shit wrong.
As there was confusion in the beginning of the film.
Yeah, I swear to God, if anyone gets that wrong, unsubscribe. But fucking.
It's starring Harry Dean Stanton and directed by Wim Wenders, who at the time of making the film was considered one of the best directors coming out of quote unquote West Germany, because at that point we're still at the time where that was a thing. He's a very, very accomplished director.
Yeah, no, you can fucking tell. Goddamn, just by watching this movie, you can tell the person who wrote and directed this. Like these 2 people, fucking, or 3 people, I guess. But fucking, it was a story told very well.
Yeah,
and I thought it was really good. Let's see.
Well,
what
I think. So I saw this just now, and it actually I think makes a lot of sense, which is they started filming when the screenplay wasn't done yet, and it was by a guy named Sam Shepard who wrote it to start off with, and he wanted to see like just do this experiment with the actors where he was like, what do you think you should do next? What do you think you'll do next? What do you think we would do next?
Oh, really?
And kind of go from there. But then he had to do a different job, and Wim Wenders came in and finished the movie, but they were shooting it in order. So he didn't. So there's a certain point in the film where clearly he took over. And I think that becomes probably quite evident, especially considering the last 40 minutes of the film is very Wim Wenders.
Oh, yeah.
And is probably what the movie's the most famous for.
Oh, the last bit?
Yeah, just the last two scenes where it's just them talking to each other. And it's so impressive, just to immediately jump into that stuff, but it's so impressive how engrossing it is.
Oh, yeah. No, fuck, man. It just, for being, okay, so first of all, I always talk about this when it comes to movies. The fucking runtime for being 2.5 hours, I was fucking just all right, what's happening next, man? I was into it for straight up.
Yeah.
And I watched this I didn't finish watching this movie until 2 a.m. So I was up late last night. But yeah, holy shit, man, for it being that fucking long, I was thinking oh man, I hope it's not a slog. It was not. It kept me really enthralled. I was like, what the fuck? All right, what's happening next? Oh, okay. There was just another thing that I found kind of interesting for the amount of silence there is in this film. It never felt boring. I never felt okay, there's not enough going on. Some movies I feel like they do B-roll just for B-roll's sake, and it's fucking boring. But this didn't have that vibe at all. Felt like every shot had a fucking purpose. Every scene had a purpose, no matter what. Even the silence, it all has a purpose. Felt great. It was really well told story. Yeah.
You have to think the scene where he goes to pick up his kid from school, and they just start walking, and they're he's mimicking what the son's doing, and then the son's mimicking him, and they do that, and that's solidly a 3 or 4 minute scene, and there's no dialogue.
Yeah, no, there isn't at all.
But it's not boring. You're still getting what's happening between them.
Yeah, because you want to see it happen. So it's also satisfying for the watcher, because you're just okay, cool, I wanted this to happen, kind of. Maybe not in that exact way, but it's exactly what we wanted. We wanted to see this father reunite with his kid, and it was great. But man, it started off, and I'm I have no idea where the hell the movie's gonna go. I was okay, so we got a man just walking through Texas. What the fuck is happening? And he's trying to get to Paris, and it's like Paris, Texas, and it's fucking weird. And then I don't know, you just didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen. This man's not fucking talking or anything. He's fucking insane. He was gone for 4 years. His brother thought he was fucking dead, what the hell is happening?
It's a long time.
Yeah, it's a long ass fucking time. Like you said, it's half his son's fucking life.
Not even that, but you think if he's just been in this fugue state for 4 years.
Basically, that's what they're implying. Yeah, he's been in the fugue state for 4 years.
Because he kind of mentions it after when he's talking about her about the fire, and he kind of just says basically he, after he left the trailer and realized his whole life was basically on fire, he just started walking.
Yeah, he just fucking left.
And that would have been from 4 years.
So it's fucking crazy that happened.
Yeah, it's that little bit of you obviously have to suspend a little bit of disbelief there, because how would that have happened? What did he do for 4 years?
Well, he went to Mexico.
How did he survive? Yeah, well, yeah, but how did he survive if he was just in this state of walking, not really eating? You see him he has some water at the start, but how often he gets that's a big question.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's also in a suit.
Yeah, and it's where the fuck did he get the suit? I thought it was on fire. Yeah, he must have done something in his fugue state to fucking he went down to Mexico, and he must have figured out a way to live there for a bit, whether he lived off the land or whatever.
Yeah.
People helping him. He must have figured out how to survive for a bit in his fugue state, and then eventually decided it was time to go to Paris, Texas for whatever fucking reason, So that's another whole thing that I probably need to watch this movie again for. But
yeah, I'll say
what?
The first time I watched this movie, so this might be a little weird because I did recommend it, but I also recommended it because I do think he did a good job. Like Harry Dean Stanton does a really good job in this film. But the first time I watched this movie, I didn't care for it too much.
Oh, really?
This time, I was like hooked the whole way.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I had a great time watching it. I thought it was fucking crazy. I thought it was... At first, I was like, oh, wow, there's really bad overdubbing. Because there's kind of bad overdubbing in the beginning when he walks into that weird little bar thing and starts eating ice. I was like, what the fuck? Was that just horrible overdubbing? And it was horrible overdubbing. And I thought like, oh, okay, so this is going to be one of those like low quality films, but that are good. But no, it turned out to just be that like one scene. This movie makes interesting first impressions. I'll say that for sure. When you first watch it and you're going through those first couple of scenes, you're just like, you don't know what the fuck is going to happen, and you're thinking. Usually, when you watch a movie, you get introduced to things that carry on, like usually themes or something like that carry on throughout the entire movie. This one's a little different. Yeah. It feels like a 3-part story. And you have the beginning where it's the fugue state. They discover he's alive. There's this whole thing about Paris, Texas. This weird, like going back to where you came from kind of vibe. And then like this whole, it does connect back to it again, but it doesn't happen until like the third act, I'll call it. When he's actually describing how he ended up in that state. And we finally get to figure it out after 2.5 hours. Because it happens in like the last 20 minutes of the movie when you find out what actually fully happened. So yeah, they keep giving you little bits.
That's bad. Like he describes like some really fucked up
it gets
shit.
Really fucked up. Like, goddamn, now I understand why this family fell apart, Because you're sitting there thinking like, what would have to happen to a family for it to fall apart like this?
Yeah.
For a guy to wind up in a fugue state, for a mother to go missing and the child be taken care of, and then the father being assumed dead. Like, what had to happen to get to this point? So you're just like constantly thinking about it the whole time. And you get little bits and pieces here and there, like, okay, he was in Mexico. Okay, the wife or the mom is still alive. Okay, so she's not dead. You're just like slowly figuring shit out up until the very end when it like hits you with everything. And it's like, God damn, I didn't expect that. That shit's crazy.
Yeah. And I do like the fact that he just the acceptance of he was the problem and that he can't just come back and be like everything.
Yeah, I mean, he knows he'll be obsessed again too. Like he knows himself. And he'll obsess with her over her. Yeah. He already did when he first met her.
It's probably 4 years walking through the middle of the streets or walking through like nowhere. 4 years by yourself. You'll probably learn a lot.
Shit, man. Yeah, he was talking about just like forgetting everything. Like resetting, hitting the fucking reset button hard.
Yeah. It's a really like singular film in the sense that I don't think I've ever seen anything that's quite like it, and I don't think I would want to.
Like in another movie? Yeah, I feel like that about a lot of movies, though. Like, once I see it once, I don't.
But those are the good ones, Yeah, and also again, so this is what I was getting to last episode of. So that's what a good kid actor looks like.
I thought the kid did all right. He didn't blow me away. But I liked it.
Yeah. It's not that he blew me away. It's that it's when a kid's able to just do normal day-to-day things and it comes off normal, I'm like, wow, that was good acting. Like, that's honestly the bar that I require from a child actor. It's just not often I see that.
Don't make me feel like you're acting. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, as long as I don't feel like... Yeah, as long as I don't feel like you're acting. Like the scene where he's just like with his friend and it's like two fucking scene, like 8-year-old kids. And he's like, who's that? And he's like, it's my dad's brother. Or, well, he's my dad. Well, no, because so like I have two dads, and he's like, what?
Yeah.
And he's just like, I don't
No,
know,
he
man.
was
I'll
like,
see you
I'm
tomorrow.
just-
Like, and it was
Yeah, he
just
said,
so
"I'm just
casual.
lucky, I guess." And then he fucking walked off. He's like, "Bye."
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love that line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, that was a neat little thing." It did feel very like a kid conversation. That's why I was saying, like, the writing in this shit is fucking golden, man.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Good storytelling here, man. And then that fucking, like, it was just interesting.
I do still feel really bad though for his brother and
that he
his
fucking
wife.
took the kid away from them. Yeah.
Yeah.
After they've been raising him for 4 years.
That was a little fucked up.
Well, I mean, it was the child's choice.
It was, in a way. It's also an 8-year-old who's probably really confused with what the fuck's going on in this situation and can't make the most exact, like, best choice. He's just like, yeah, sure, let's go find my mom. Yeah, woo, let's go.
I think in the end, he would have still chose to go with his dad, his real dad.
Yeah, no, I think he would have, but it's just painted in a different light when he's like, oh yeah, I can't call them. You call them. You tell them.
That's exactly right.
It feels a little bit like
that's
kidnapping.
why he told the son to call him, because he was like, listen, you can go back if you want, but the son, the boy had to be the one to tell their parents, because if the dad called, if the father called, then it would be like, okay, you're actually just straight up kidnapping him. I want to hear from my son. Yeah. So it was good that they made the kid, and then the kid was just like, yeah, no, this is like what I want.
Yeah. And then I did enjoy they're like, where are you? And he's like, San Bernardino. And they're like, well, all the way out there. And I was like, bitch, that's like
from LA.
30
yeah,
miles.
no, it's not that far.
I mean, it's 30. It's far. Ish. I imagine, for the distance of a child to randomly be.
I guess. But I mean, come on. They had to have known he was with his dad. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think they knew he was with the dad, but it was just like they acted like the fact that he was with him in San Bernardino was like he'd already crossed the fucking state lines to Arizona.
Yeah, exactly. They really did. Like, she freaked out, the fucking, the aunt.
Yeah.
She was like, holy shit. Yeah. Oh my God. My son. My child.
Well, actually, she was like, oh my God, my son.
Yeah.
He is gone. I do not know what I shall do here.
Yeah, the extreme French, like, even doing the kisses on the cheek every single time, which felt like way too erotic, if I'm being honest.
No, I think the part I don't think the kisses were weird. I thought the part where it was just like he was whistling and like doing dishes, and then it just cuts to her like topless, like leaning in to listen. And I was like, she could have just had a top on. Like,
no, Reese, she's fucking French.
Why she's topless?
The French grow their hair, and they're always sexual, according to American media.
It's true. Why do you think I keep going to Paris, Texas?
You got me. Yeah, I almost thought it was France.
You have to unsubscribe.
I know, right? Fuck. But no, that's just a running joke in the fucking movie. That's if you watch it, you'll get it. So you should watch it so that you can get our joke. But anyway, that was fucking.
But no, yeah, she felt a little bit, like for some reason, like she was always kind of like. I feel like they just didn't know what to do with her until the end when they're like, she'd be probably pretty worried that they're going to take what's basically your son. But like that was like suddenly, I'd say the only weak part of the film is that. Yeah,
she shifted real quickly because she went from being like really caring and almost slightly erotic towards him, and then fucking out of nowhere she's like, why are you pushing this father-son business? I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That felt like...
Yeah, she's like, why are you pushing this father-son bit? And I was like, I feel like the past few scenes you've been pushing this whole father-son bit.
That is his fucking father, though. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, shit. And it's like, technically, I don't think they even legally... Oh, maybe they do legally have him as in their custody, but like...
It's possible considering that the dad was considered dead and
gave up the
as
child,
far as there, and clearly the mother gave
in
up
order
the child,
to get any sort of rights for him, they probably had to do something. But
it might be why they had to declare the guy dead.
That's possible, but I don't think so. I think you could just say he's absent. You don't have to declare someone as dead in order to, do that. But yeah, it's fucking that sucks for them. I mean, this is what I think is going to happen at the end of the story. Because so what ends up happening is the son goes with the dad, and they get some information from the French lady, the French aunt, about where. And I bet you that was her plan. She was like, "Oh, I'm going to tell him where she is so that he can leave." But she didn't expect them leaving with their kid. So she was like, "God damn it!" But yes.
Also, that was the part where that I thought was weird. Is she was like, "Where could they be going?" And I was like, "You right? Just told him
what do you mean,
Houston,
where could
Texas.
They be going? You fucking know that was dumb." But yeah, so they left and they went to fucking Texas, back to Texas, to go find what was she in Houston, I believe. They went to Houston, Texas.
Yeah, she was in Houston,
and fucking was gonna go and fucking find the mom and, you know, kind of try to fix things there, because fucking Harry Dean Stanton was no longer in his fugue state and he could finally see clearly. And decided to do all this.
I think. Yeah, it's weird because, like, I feel like he obviously went there with the intention of, like, fixing things. And I think it was after that first night where he saw her and got just jealous from the idea that she, like, even goes home. Yeah, immediately got jealous. I think he went, "Oh, you know what? Maybe I just give, like, her."
Yeah, he's like, this is a problem. I'll have her see her kid because, you know, it's been 4 years. But, you know, she's probably going to have to... Yeah. She's probably going to have to fight to get her kid back if she actually wants the kid. Because it's definitely gonna. Yeah. He's definitely gonna have to go back with the aunt and uncle, whether he likes it or not.
Yeah. But at the same time, she's in, you know, Texas, so, you know, come.
They will. I mean, she'll become a fugitive. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh shit!
That's the sequel.
Paris, Texas 2. Actually, it's in France. That's what the subtitle is.
Paris, Texas 2, France.
When she's like on the run and shit, fucking flees to Europe. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so that was an interesting scene too. Dude, this fucking baby mama, she's hot as fuck. Like,
yeah, I mean, we can talk about the fact that she's hot as fuck.
Fucking hot. Like, holy shit. Also, when you do the math, she had the kid at 17.
I think if you have to do the math, she had the kid when she was. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. So she had him at 17. So no wonder why, you know, like, oh, she was young. Like, yeah, goddamn, she was young. And this dude is like,
17 or 18. Oh no, 17, because he says in the car, "I'll be 8 next next 17. Week."
But yeah, she's like fucking. Well, Harry Dean Stanton also looks like he's gonna be in his fucking 50s. So it's like, God.
Yeah, I mean, he was probably like 40 by the time that movie came out. When that movie came out,
way older than her.
So,
it's just like, it's always just a little toxic when you have someone that much older than someone, and it's that other person is like literally in their teens still. You know what I mean? It's like, goddamn, their brain isn't fully developed yet.
It's so weird because, like, it's just weird because, like, this movie is really well regarded, like, really highly regarded, and, like, so many people love it, and so many people, like, put up the, like, you know, the scene of them, like talking to each other and, like, in the booth, through the one-way mirror, and then, like, but I'm like, I've never seen anyone go, the age thing's a bit weird, though. Yeah, but I've never heard anybody bring it up. Like, people who I know who know this movie, who talk about it and rave about it and, like, think it's one of the best movies that they've ever seen, are, like, talk about how, like, you know, how the scene about their relationship is so, like, real and touching and moving and this, and nobody goes, it's a bit weird, though, that she was 17 and he was probably, like, 35.
Taking advantage of her. Like, almost definitely.
Well, I think it's interesting, though, because clearly from what he describes, like, he was the one that was quite immature. and then she was the one who
was trapped.
Was less so. Yeah, and was literally trapped. Yeah, she was even more so of it. I never even put this together reading it, but or watching it. But on IMDb, it describes that the reason like she obviously like stopped caring, as he put it, was it would have lined up with when she would have had postpartum depression.
Yeah, I guess so. Because he said that. Well, he said that she stopped being a mother a long time ago, and yeah.
Yeah, but I think, obviously we're seeing it through his glasses, but he also mentions like they thought the baby would fix things, and after the baby, things got worse.
Yeah, but I don't really know if it's postpartum depression. I mean, I could see her getting that.
It's what it says on the Wikipedia.
I could see her getting that because of the whole fucking. I could see postpartum depression making everything worse, yes, but it was already gonna be fucking bad. Like the main problem was not her postpartum depression. Like, if anything, that doesn't even matter compared to what was happening. You know what I mean? Like, his fucking jealousy.
Yeah. No, I get you.
His, shittiness with holding a job because he couldn't not be home. His obsession with her. Like, all of that was all on him. Yeah.
It's a bit much.
So her postpartum depression was definitely not a problem. Yeah. It could, like I said, it could have made it worse, but
it's just so, that was such a strange part of the story, where he was like, so he'd get a job, and then when he'd like make enough money that he could quit that job so he'd be with her, he'd just do that.
Yeah, if the job took him away from her too much, he'd quit. And then she used to be worried about not having enough money because she just had a fucking kid. I'd be worried too. Also, you guys live in a fucking trailer, so clearly you're not living in the best conditions.
Yeah, especially once they mentioned that they're basically like
they fucking puts a goddamn trailer bell on her, then fucking
that part, it's like it just gets so dark, and like I think it's so interesting because it's obviously like such a late part in the film where like you've kind of obviously probably taken his side, then all of a sudden you're like, oh,
I don't know, man, I'd never take this guy's side. He fucking looks weird. He fucking doesn't talk. He's a little bitch. Yeah, fucking, I would never take his side. I'd definitely take the mom's side, even though she gave up her kid. She was also just a kid herself. So, by the time she would have given up her child, she would have been 22, 21, So it's like, I understand why she gave the kid up to a proper family unit. I mean, you saw that kid's life. He looked like he was living a good life. He had fucking Star Wars sheets. He was playing with a fucking other Star Wars figurines, man. Which, to be honest, he should have fucking kept them in their box. It would have been worth good money. But
yeah.
But yeah, dude, like he was having a great life. The choice to give him to the aunt and uncle was a fantastic one on her part.
I feel like this is one of those movies where, unfortunately, for us, the only thing that we have to say is,
wow, it does really kind of feel like one of those things. We've just been talking about like the story a lot. We haven't really been like critical of anything.
Yeah, this movie does make me miss driving through the desert.
I miss the desert a lot, actually. Yeah.
There's a strange thing about the desert. I don't know why it's nice to be in sometimes, but you look at it and you're just like, yeah, look at that empty,
well, we fucking grew up in a desert, so
nothing.
Yeah.
So it's just a little bit. This movie did, even though it's set in Texas, although obviously there's quite a bit in LA, made me a little be like, oh
yeah, dude, I'm
homesick.
Fucking love that shit. Love the desert. I was in Texas for a while when I was in the Army, and it was great. I mean, I did miss having a little bit of trees. Like New Mexico has a good amount of desert and trees. So that's the only thing I missed. But I loved driving through the desert. It was great. Just having it there. Just having all that vast emptiness, like no civilization. Just was nice to see. It's very freeing. And I think that's kind of what they were kind of driving home in the movie. you know.
Yeah, I think I don't know about the freeing, but I think just I think if it was him walking through like a town and silent, it would have been weird. But I think just the emptiness while he's like not speaking just kind of sold that like better. It didn't come off as weird because you just had these two actors in the middle of nowhere with nothing else to play around with except each other and like that kind of environment.
Yeah. I thought it was I thought his brother was going to be like a real big flight risk like the whole fucking movie, but it didn't turn out that way. He ended up just getting normal after a little bit.
Yeah, I had forgotten that he like tries to run. Let's say, okay, I'll give this as my one big criticism of the film is he like quote unquote runs away. He walks away when he like gets the motel, and the brother just happens to like find him. He chooses the right direction. Yeah. I accept the first one where he's like, lucky. Which direction did he go? And the doctor's like, that way. And he's like, fine. And he gets lucky. But you can be lucky in a film once. When you're lucky in a film twice, I get
to check on the fucking railroad tracks. Like last time, yeah.
Yeah. It was a bit too much for me.
Yeah, he probably didn't need to, like the first time him getting away makes sense. But the second time, that didn't make any sense.
Yeah. I think if it was like he showed up right when he had left, so it was like he could see him off in the distance, he was like, fuck. But instead of like showing that, it was just like, oh, he found him. Okay.
I think it's weird that he left at all after his brother found him. Like, and then he turned on the fucking like thing to take a shower, but he looked at himself in the mirror and he's like, nope, time to walk.
Yeah, I think I took it as like, especially on a rewatch, it was like he for probably the first time in a while he's seen himself, which is obviously the thing that he's quote unquote trying to like walk away from or get away from, and he's like, oh shit, I exist still. Damn. And so he just started walking again.
Yeah, that could be it. But yeah, overall I thought it was a pretty good movie. Since we don't have much to say on it other than good movie. What the fuck? Should we start with the thing where we like say a number? Okay, so the budget for this movie was $1.8 million, and they made. You want to say guess?
Yeah.
God damn it, Reese! You just read it off the fucking Wikipedia.
Actually, I didn't. I just had it memorized from a couple minutes ago when I read it.
Not bad. Not like the most amazing thing. You know what I wonder? I wonder if people in the future are going to go back and watch, like, what's that one fucking movie? Boyhood? And be like, oh yeah, this movie was amazing. Mm-hmm. It's like Boyhood was not that good. It took them 20 fucking years to make this movie, and it wasn't that good. No, it took them 12 years. Yeah.
Yeah. It was an interesting experiment, and I'm more than happy they did it. But Richard Linklater, stick to making fucking...
Yeah, like, yes, it was. Movies. It was interesting.
Which we officially are not getting another one. Because it has been 9 years since the last one, and there's no announcement.
Boyhood is 2 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah.
Really?
Well, I think I know what I'm suggesting next. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to fucking suggest that movie. No.
Really?
It's not fucking... I mean, it's really cool and nostalgic for people like us because it like takes place in the 90s. And there's a lot of like 90s shit that I'm like, oh my God, holy fuck. Yeah, that was a thing, you know? And that's always kind of neat, but it's just not like, it's just really not that...
Yeah.
It's not telling a very good story. Like, that's my biggest complaint about Boyhood.
Mm.
Whereas, like, Paris, Texas, this is a great fucking story. Yeah. The mom is, like, a sex phone operator lady, kind of, but it's, like, in person. I don't know what the fuck they call them or what it is.
I don't know either. I thought it was, like...
Mm-hmm.
Cool idea for a job, I guess, for like a place where it's like, oh, do you want to like
Yeah.
masturbate in this booth to like a girl, but also do you like you the workers? Do you
Yeah,
like
I'd be
just
like,
not
hey,
want to see that?
can you take your tits out, tuts? And then like tell them to push them
Would
against
you
the
do that
glass
voice
for
and
me, would
everything?
ya? And just like fucking.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff. And just like go off. Like, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah. Also, they were like, we can't see you, but there
Well,
were
they can only
moments where you could see like a
bit,
little bit.
because it's like if you've ever looked through a one-way mirror, it's like just like shadows is all you can really see through a one-way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was interesting. I'd like to go to one of those places just to kind of see what it's like. Be like, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Just like, I hope they have. Oh, dude, I hope they have a church-themed one. That would be fucking funny. And like a nun comes out, and then she's like, "Yeah, take your tits out, sister," or some shit like that. Oh god, am I horrible? Is that terrible?
It's a bit strange.
I think it'd be kind of cool though too. Like, I want a church-themed one, I want a heaven-themed one, and I want a hell-themed one, just so that we got all the.
Oh
bases.
god, Jesus! Yeah. I'll go to the hell one.
I really want to go to the church one.
That's fine.
There's something like kind of hot about defiling a nun.
Wow. We're learning a lot about Marcos today, ladies and gentlemen.
It's just jokes. It's just jokes. All you guys know these are jokes. This podcast isn't even real.
Yes, that is true. This podcast is not real. I don't even upload these. I don't know if you've noticed. I just sit there and tell you to record it because I think it'd be really funny.
Yeah, no, this is a fake YouTube channel. It's actually, I just post for how long the video is. I know you don't listen to them. I just put a like emptiness. Yeah. I put royalty-free music.
There's the real question: is do you actually listen?
Like a little bit, just to make sure it exists.
Okay.
No.
That I did upload them.
I know you do when you do it.
You're like, did you do your fucking job?
I want to have an accident.
Yeah, well, I don't know what was going on with last episode, but they just would not make
weird
the video of it for like the longest time. Don't know why.
Weird.
Yeah, but So what would you score?
It's like a solid 8.
The foam.
Like a very solid 8.
Okay.
I guess it could be a 9, but I don't know. I don't know about 9, but it could be. I feel like it has potential to be a 9. Maybe I have to watch it again and kind of get more of the whole, because like the Paris, Texas thing, I'm really trying to like wrap my head around.
Like, why is he trying to go there, or like, why does he have the plot of land, or what do you mean?
Like, what's the?
I kind of just take it as like he wants to be, for lack of a term that isn't really religious, he wants to be born again. He wants, like, he feels like this life that he obviously bought it for whatever reason beforehand, but the reason like he wants to go to it now and like kind of start fresh from there is because he feels like his previous life he fucked up. He didn't do it right. So he's like, well, if I just go there and start again, it's like a fresh slate. It's like I didn't even do the things from before.
I think, if his fucking girlfriend wasn't out there sleeping around, I think things would have been fine. No, I'm kidding. She wasn't like that. She seemed much sweeter. It's like, yeah, she's doing that now, but I think she's doing it only because she's trying to pay money for her son.
Yeah. Because it is nice that, like, there's that bit where she's like, yeah, she sends some money. Sometimes it's $5. Sometimes it's 500.
Just depends on
what she has.
How much. No, I'm not going to say that.
But then you have to think, like, yeah, I mean, if that kid just stayed with the uncle and the aunt, and like, the mom just sent some money to a nice college fund, then he would have been able to sell his fucking OG Star Wars figurines for some decent money. They're in used condition, but it'd be decent money.
Yeah, definitely.
He'd have a set life.
Yeah, and like I said, he's most likely going to end up going back to his aunt and uncle because I don't think his mom is capable of raising him at the current like place where she's at now. She'll probably have to like,
No.
but maybe seeing her son will initiate that change in her. You know what I mean? Maybe seeing her son is like, look at how much you're missing. You know, in the past 4 years. You know, you don't want to miss this. Like, you clearly, obviously care about your kid. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been calling for the past 3 years and then fucking still depositing money for him, you know? It's like, yeah, you should probably, now that you've seen him, it's all real again. And maybe now that you're no longer trapped in that horrible relationship with the fucking father, you can maybe start collecting your life again together and raise your son. But it's hard.
Yeah.
Or at least hopefully she goes
does.
and fucking visits him. And doesn't just be an absent fucking mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like the father is just going to go kill himself in Paris, Texas or some shit. I don't know. It doesn't feel like he has many options.
Wow. Oh no, I think he's gonna do like what I said. I think his thought is he'll go there and he'll just start fresh. But I think the whole point of the film is him like before he actually properly does that, he has a chance to make amends for like
yes, yeah, no,
what he's
done. I do
done.
think that too. Actually, I don't actually think he's gonna kill himself. I mean, I thought that for like a second in the film. I was like, okay, is he going there to like end it where it all began?
Yeah,
you know, I thought that for like a split second, but no, I think he's gonna go there, start over. Maybe he'll start putting money towards his kid's thing too. Who knows? Because, you know, he cares about him. But I don't think he feels like it's healthy for him to be involved at the moment. Maybe later, but not now.
Yeah,
but yeah, of course.
Which
I feel like the decision
was the right
he
call.
ended up making was a good
appreciate
decision.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with kind of to what you were saying. I originally, according to IMDb, gave this movie an 8 out of 10.
When you thought it was
all
like
those
lame.
years ago when I watched it. Yeah, because it was still a good film. I will say, so I didn't like the like first. I'd say the movie, the first time I watched it, it was like after when he like the scene with like him and the wife, like those scenes gripped me, and I was like, okay, I can see why people like this movie for this bit. And I thought like the other bit beforehand wasn't like, it was well directed, and I went on a really big Wim Wenders kind of binge of a lot of his movies. And so I was like, well, I can see he's talented. He knows what he's doing. Everyone here is doing the right thing. It just wasn't for me. Or like until that last bit. The last bit was what like really captured me, and I thought it was really well done. Whereas this time when I watched it, I thought the beginning, like I thought everything added up well, as opposed to just being a good last 45 minutes.
Okay,
so now I'm
see, that's what I was saying. I thought it had potential to be a 9 for sure. I just got to sit on it a little longer, you know, maybe.
That's the thing. I think sit on it, watch it again, and I think you'd probably, I'd say I could see you agreeing that.
For now, I'm going to stay reserved. Say it's an 8. Yeah, and it probably will be a while before I watch the movie again. It's a 2.5 hour movie, and.
Yeah, it's a long film, but I will say even on that rewatch, like you said, I didn't feel that runtime.
That's good. Most of the time, it just comes down to, do I have time to sit here for 2.5 hours? Yeah, but
that's me. Like normally when we normally record on Sundays, because it's 3 p.m. for me, it's me going like I can do things up until about 12 noon, and then I know from that point, like from noon, I need to be watching the movie because it's likely it's going to be 2.5 hours.
Yeah. So, have you ever seen that movie, World's End? The comedy movie.
Are you talking about the film with Simon Pegg?
I've never seen it.
Of course I've seen The World's End.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen The World's End?
I've heard it was good, to be honest.
Oh. Okay, yeah, we'll do it.
I've heard it was good.
Let's go. It's all right. It's definitely the
I think my
weakest of
favorite is
the
probably the
Cornetto
fucking
trilogy, as
Hot
it's
Fuzz.
called. Hot Fuzz is probably my favorite, if not especially because my dad is currently a town counselor for a small town. So, and I literally, like every time I used to go, like would go over to see him and my mother, like they'd start talking to me about like all the small town politics shit that they're dealing with. And I showed them Hot Fuzz to be like, do you see how stupid and trivial all this stuff is? That's what you guys are doing. And instead of getting that message, they just thought it was a really funny movie.
What was the other one? Yeah, but wasn't there a Shaun of the Dead? Too? I thought there was. Huh.
No.
Anyway.
No. But yeah, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and then World's End, which, I mean, World's End, I might just get like absolutely smashed.
Exactly. That sounds like fun. I'll buy some beers.
To be honest.
I'll just start drinking in the morning when we record. It's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, I think it'll be fun.
Sick. Yeah, because the movie is them going to like 13 pubs on a pub crawl.
Don't tell me The World Ends as well.
I'm so sorry. No, the last pub is called The World's End. That's actually what it's called.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
That is actually that is actually in the movie. Yeah. It's them on I think they call it the Golden Mile. And it's 13 pubs and
hold on. Is that fucking stupid Alien movie part of their trilogy as well? Yeah, hold on. It's fucking what's his name from that weenie, that hot dog movie. The fuck was it called? Yeah, where the fucking food having a orgy.
The hot dog movie.
What the fuck is that movie called?
Oh, hold on.
Sausage Party, yeah. Who fucking did Sausage Party again? No, the fucking voice actor for the hot dog.
Judd Apatow, wasn't it?
Yeah, Seth Rogen plays a fucking alien.
Seth Rogen.
And I think Simon Pegg is in it. Oh, let's see. Seth Rogen. I think this is called Al.
What
alien
movie is this? Oh, yes, part of it? I remember that film.
It's gotta be. It's got motherfucking Nick Frost and Simon Pegg. Yes.
No,
it's called
in
Paul,
that movie, the
not
Al movie? Oh, let me take a look.
Yeah. It's got to be part of it.
Paul. I mean, it's not. You've literally just said that it's a different film. You said Paul
part
and
of
The World's
trilogy.
End the same thing?
It's got to be because it's got those guys.
Oh,
that makes it.
No, so the Cornetto trilogy refers to the fact that in all three of those movies, the only thing that links them is they eat a cornetto.
Paul? Then you don't know.
I haven't. Well, I have seen bits of it, and it was not...
No, me neither. It's fucking... Who the fuck wants to listen to Seth Rogen as a fucking alien?
Wasn't Seth Rogen in that newest episode of Star Wars?
Hold on, I haven't watched the newest one. Are we on episode 5 now? Oh, then no, he was not in episode
tomorrow
4.
We will be.
Oh, wait.
I thought he was, because I heard something about
I don't think I've seen
he was going to
4.
be in an episode.
I don't think I have.
Let me take a look.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, you haven't, because we were talking about this before.
Paul.
And unless you watched it in the past few days.
Oh.
Let's see. Kenobi. I want to go to episodes. Part 4. And I need who played the little alien man. Oh, I don't think it was anybody that I actually know then. It was not a famous person, I think. I heard somebody say that he was in that Seth Rogen was in
Paul was written by Pegg and Wright. So it was written by those two, and it pretty much should be a part of it, except it's not, because they don't fucking eat a cornetto. Yeah, but it's like a lot of people feel like it should be part of it. See, here's a whole ass fucking article that's like Paul and the Cornetto. That's what this article is fucking called.
Is it
it's
really?
on like I don't know what the fuck blog this is. Like,
right
it's
then.
fucking weird, but I don't know, man. People find weird ways to like just write about shit.
Yes, I know. It's my job.
Okay, this automatically starts off as Paul is very funny and definitely worth a watch. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I agree with that. I remember
Unlikely.
Paul absolutely flopping, whereas like the other movies actually did decent.
So, yeah. What made you want to watch The World's End?
And
no, fair enough. Yeah, we don't do a lot of comedies. We do a lot of serious films. We
I
just
know,
did two
right?
like
oh my God,
very serious films.
Fucking, what is it? 4 months?
Yeah. 4 months was ultra depressing, and then this movie was like really interesting and quirky and like different, and then just the last 45 minutes
it got really
was just
fucking heavy.
Wow, this is really heavy.
But yeah, so it's like I don't know, I kind of want to watch comedy. And then I've never seen World's End, but I've seen Shaun of the Dead, which I love. Hot Fuzz, which I also love. And just like fucking never seen World's End though, so I was like, all right, you know what? Let's fucking do World's End. I feel like I like watching a decent party movie.
There's a joke in there that you
don't know.
Kind of won't get because it's very, very British, and I'll bring it up after. No, but it's more of like it's making fun of like the state of British pubs essentially.
So I don't know jack shit.
Yeah, and we'll go over it when we get there. But it is something that like when I watched the movie, I thought it was just like I kind of got it in terms of like the metaphor the movie's going for. Mm-hmm. When you finish the whole movie, you understand everything that's happening. Mm-hmm. But like in terms of what it's actually making fun of, I was like, actually, this is kind of
sad,
like really sad, but also funny. Yeah, we'll discuss
so
when we.
What's the best comedy movie you've ever seen in your life?
Oh,
well, because it's a hard fucking question.
Oh, why are you doing this to me?
Because like I wanted to watch a comedy, but like when I'm thinking of like the best comedies, you know, that's hard. It's hard to say because like, is there really such thing as a good comedy?
Let's see. Let me get a list of best.
No, because those will
comedies.
Suck ass, dude.
Of all time.
Which comedies won the Palme d'Or?
Okay, well, which comedies won the Palme d'Or? So looking at these, Ghostbusters, fucking hilarious. But it's kind of like not like I wouldn't look at Ghostbusters and say that's a comedy. It's funny. And it's definitely a comedy, but it's not like what I think of like.
Oh, dude, The Big Lebowski, that's a good one.
As like, Some Like It Hot is hilarious, and a bit like it's funny. It's an odd film.
Fantastic. That's a classic.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I don't consider it a comedy.
Like I also don't.
No, I do not consider that's a teen movie.
I don't put that a comedy either.
That's not a comedy movie.
Yeah, I'd say What We Do in the Shadows is possibly one of the best comedies I've ever seen.
No, is that a fucking movie or is it a show?
You've never seen What We Do in the Shadows? It's now a show, but it was a movie. But yeah, it's literally like it's a mockumentary about four vampires living in a house share.
What it is, but yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah. They've got the great line where, like, when they, these werewolves tell them to fuck off, and he's like, "Hey, we're werewolves, not swearwolves, all right?" Fish Called Wanda's pretty funny. It definitely has like pacing for comedy problems of just the fact that it's like a comedy from the 80s, so it's like it doesn't hit as quickly as everything else does today. Princess Bride is probably one of the best comedy movies. It's just probably one of the best movies you could ever like show somebody.
Me neither. It's a PTA film, and
I've never seen
motherfucking Adam Sandler is in it, so you know you're gonna get fucking potty humor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe. Have you ever seen what's it called?
No, I haven't, but I need
Uncut
to.
Gems?
I know. I need to watch it.
That was such a good film.
That's really interesting, though.
What else is here?
Doctor Strangelove.
Doctor Strangelove is hilarious.
Oh, fucking Clerks! God damn, how could we be forgetting Clerks? That's like one of my all-time favorite fucking comedies ever, and Clerks too, for that matter.
Yeah.
Classic, yeah.
Miss Doubtfire. That's a great one.
It is, man. It is.
Classic.
What do you think about those Seth Rogen movies, like the Seth Rogen trilogy?
I think
it's basically the Seth Rogen trilogy. You know, the fucking This Is the Seth End. Rogen trilogy? Fucking what was the other one? The one where they go to Korea. The Interview. I think there was supposed to be a third one.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's technically Sausage Party or not, because Sausage Party is garbage. But
yeah, I didn't care for.
Honestly, the only one I liked was The Interview.
This Is the End.
Wait, hold on. You never watched The Interview?
I didn't watch The Interview in the end.
But have you seen
No.
This Is the End? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember watching it when it came out in theaters, like, and everybody.
It was like it was one of those movies where if you didn't watch it, you
I've ever seen, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I watched it and I was like, that's not
really
good, and they were like, well, now you're not.
I
cool
did like
The
Interview though. The Interview is really fucking funny.
Yeah. Yeah. When Harry Met Sally is also a hilarious film.
Yeah.
Really? That's definitely like a movie that I might recommend, because it is cute, it's fine, it's nice. I really like it. It's got really stupid lines that are just funny. Mm-hmm. I like a movie that's just like the movie's happening, but like people are just funny. Oh, Annie Hall. There we go. That's a great comedy. That's a hilarious film.
No. I don't watch a whole lot of fucking comedies.
I don't think you have.
I watched all my comedies back in like the fucking early 2000s and 90s. Okay. So like a lot of my comedy movies have been from that era.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Galaxy Quest.
Spaceballs. Galaxy Quest.
God, I haven't seen that movie in so long.
Obviously, those
I haven't seen. Hold on, I haven't seen a Mel Brooks movie in so damn long.
Yeah.
Being John Malkovich. That's a fucking great one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being John Malkovich is funny.
Super bad.
Groundhog Day is actually like probably one of the funniest movies like you can watch.
It's basically like it was the era's version of like Porky's or some shit. You know what I mean?
It was like a Revenge of the Nerds. It was just like
it was like a fucking
strange.
It was that era's Revenge of the Nerds.
Like,
yeah, except without rape.
Guess, except like better.
Because apparently there's fucking
better.
Just straight up rape in Revenge of the Nerds. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas fucking Superbad is he feels like he's kind of raping her if he doesn't get as drunk as she is, so he decides to drink as much as she did, and then even when he tries to sleep with her, she just throws up on him.
Yeah.
It's so funny. And then Jonah Hill like is all sweet and romantic, and Emma Stone's into it, and then he like fucking didn't like breaks her nose.
That everyone was obsessed with. Motherfucking Step Brothers. I really like. I love Talladega Nights.
I never understood the hype of that movie.
Great. Yes.
Talladega Nights is so funny.
Of course not.
And nobody in this country has seen it.
They wouldn't get it.
But also, I think if I showed it to them, they wouldn't understand.
He's from F1. He comes from F1. And they'll get F1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they'll see an
they know
F1
what F1
guy
is. It's huge.
Shit all over American sports and win. So they might think it's funny too. Who knows? Oh, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. But like the amount of people who I just go like, they're like, oh, you know, if you ever have a kid, what would you name? And I'll be like, simple.
Yeah,
I'd
no
have
one
two
gets that
boys named
shit.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Well, that's
And they
also
just look
a
at me
straight up
like,
reference to
what
a
the
fucking
fuck did you
show
just
that,
say?
of course, they don't fucking know.
Yeah. It's a reference to a 1970s U.S.
Oh,
TV
Reese,
show that I'm sure nobody watched
I got
here.
one for you. Do
And
you like
also,
4 Weddings and a Funeral? It's got your boy in it.
Go on.
You don't like it? Damn,
I
I've never
don't.
seen it. So that has your boy.
Don't care for it now.
Clueless is actually pretty fucking good. Hugh Grant is your boy.
Wait, who's my boy other than Hugh Grant?
He's your boy.
Oh yeah, I didn't
You
know
always tell
Hugh
me you
Grant
like
was
that
my
movie
boy,
about
but
a
all right.
boy. It's got Hugh Grant, so that's your boy. Yeah.
I do like About a Boy. It's a good film.
Yeah.
Oh, he's my boy.
Fucking,
I get it.
let's see. Oh, Birdcage. That's a good one. I haven't seen that in a long ass time. Yeah, Punch Drunk Love keeps coming up. I gotta watch it. We gotta watch it. Yeah, eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's one.
Apparently.
It's from 1960s. So it's from the 1960s.
Oh, wow, that's odd.
It's called The Apartment. Maybe we should watch that. Let's just watch like a fucking... Yeah, let's just... Oh, you have? Was it good?
I've seen The Apartment. Yeah. I remember not finding it that funny. Hold on, let me see if I have the right movie. Yeah, with Jack Lemmon. Yeah.
It was a bit...
I wouldn't mind rewatching it because if I remember correctly,
what about 1931's City Lights by
attention.
Charlie Chaplin? Now that's a comedy. Yeah.
It's fine. I have problems with movies that are that old. Generally, they over-explain the joke, which is my problem.
More Charlie Chaplin. The Royal Tenenbaums on there somewhere. That's by Wes Anderson. I could tell just by this fucking screenshot of the film. It's like, yep, that's Wes Anderson. Yeah. Like, it's so perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, The Naked Gun, I like.
Airplane and The Naked Gun, those are great movies.
Yeah. Oh, Borat. That's a legendary film. What would Borat? Borat's hilarious.
That's not funny. I just get sad. Yeah, but it's not. That's the thing. Borat's not funny. Let me just put that out there. I'm just gonna state this. Borat is not a funny film. Borat is Sacha Baron Cohen convincing people to do very bad things in front of camera because they go, well, he's worse, so that's fine. He just so it stops becoming funny and just I go, oh, this is what happens when you get people and you just present yourself as worse than them so they can lower their bar of how much they have to show you.
I think it's great.
Good. And it ends up if it was all scripted and it wasn't real, then maybe I'd find it as funny.
Jackass?
But unfortunately,
you like Jackass? The first one? Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't know why.
No,
but
me
Jackass
too.
has always had a special little part of my heart. It's just the epitome of hey, do you want to know why women
I
live
fucking love
longer
Jackass. Jackass shaped our fucking childhoods. For us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there isn't really a new generation of Jackass because it lived in a very special part of the internet. Back when skateboarding videos and the X Games were the craziest shit. Jackass was living there too, just fucking oh dude, yeah, let's go and fucking do stupid shit like them and push each other in carts.
Do you see Steve-O on Hot Ones where he just fucking
in his eyes?
Poured their their 2 million Scoville hot
Gordon
sauce
Ramsay.
into his eyes?
It's fucking hilarious and really painful.
It's just
but at least he's not doing drugs anymore.
I don't know how he does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think he doesn't have to. He probably
he
has
was
so much
always
like
an
fucking
adrenaline
adrenaline
junkie.
running through his body at all times.
Yeah. Man, this shit's sick and wild.
Yeah, fair
But
enough.
yeah, this Jackass movie is pretty good, yeah.
Anyhow.
The World's End is what
Next week,
what I'm
The
going
World's
with.
End.
Eventually I do want to watch oh wow, here's one from 1959.
I'm thinking the week after I might recommend Annie Hall, because you haven't seen it.
Yeah, no, I'm down.
I feel like I need to fix that.
Hell yeah.
I haven't seen it in a while, too.
There's all these movies, I'm like, what the hell? What the heck in the heck?
And also, you'll finally like be one of the few people who gets that, like what I describe as the scene that describes my entire life, which is when he gets pulled over by a cop and he just pulls out his driver's license, starts tearing it up, and he says, "I'm sorry,
So
it's not your fault."
So that's Annie Hall. It's so on this list of the best comedies ever. Number 2 is Annie Hall. You want to know what number 1 is? I'll give you a hint. Its director is Joel Cohen.
Oh,
yeah.
Joel Cohen.
I'll give you another
comedy
hint.
of all time. Joel Cohen.
No. Oh, is that a Cohen film?
Oh, is it Big Lebowski?
Oh shit! No, that's on this list, but it's not that. I'll give you another hint. It has Nick
It's
Cage.
a Coen brother film. Yeah. Okay.
Which means we have to watch it. Yes, I've never seen it. I would love to.
Oh,
see
Raising Arizona. Yeah. I've never seen it either. One of my friends, Dom, he talks about it all the time. He says it's like one of his he says it's his favorite
watch that
film.
shit.
Yeah. Right. But next week, what you guys need to watch,
The World's
as well
End.
as us.
Yeah, make sure you're drinking while you're watching it. Otherwise, unsubscribe.
The World's End. Oh, yeah. You got to drink while you watch it, and then you also have to buy like another 6-pack
I'm just
for
gonna
when
keep
you
telling
listen to the
people
podcast.
to unsubscribe, so yeah.
Otherwise, unsubscribe. Yeah, make sure to if you've hit that like button already, could you
don't
click it
that
again
bell.
so that
make sure
it
you
goes
have
away?
notifications
Like
off.
unlike the video, please.
And
thank you. Yeah.
Never.
Make sure you never know when we upload a video. We don't want you to know if we upload a video. However, if you do want to know without hitting a bell icon, it's 12 p.m.
Or
Greenwich Mean Time every Monday.
I guess it doesn't matter. We have no American listeners.
That'd be so if you're Eastern Standard Time, that's gonna be a solid 7 a.m. for you.
Hell yeah. That sounds fucking. Sorry, I was like looking at a fucking text. It was like a big ass delay. I was like, oh wait, hold on.
That's right.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. That was our
cool
review of Paris, Texas, not France. And
yeah, I feel like I'm a little bit more awake now. And I'm sad that I was just so tired while I was like.
Maybe you should just watch.
Texas. But also upset that I'm awake now and it's 11.
That's true. I gotta go.
No, because I need a drink while I record.
Yeah, I do too, and I gotta go fucking.
And it's 11 p.m. and I got work tomorrow.
Toothpaste, and because I forgot to bring some, and I gotta go get. I gotta go eat.
Yeah.
Because turns out my plans might have gotten delayed to a lot later. So no, it's not a big deal. I wasn't really like fucking.
Oh no!
I wasn't really super looking forward to it anyway. It's not a big deal. Yeah, just someone wanted to catch up while I was in the